Yeah, definitely at the moment. I think in Aberdeen it's like 18, 17 every day, and it's the hottest you'll get. But here it's really cold. I wasn't expecting it, to be fair. So now I'm good. I'm enjoying it. I'm happy to be home, to be fair.
Being in and around this squad, obviously chasing your first cap, what's it like having a few other guys kind of in the same boat as you coming to pressure on games?
It's good, it's refreshing because, everyone dreams of that first cap. I've been waiting a bit now for mine and still striving every day and working every day at club level to try and, achieve those goals of making not one cap, but hopefully 10, 20, 30. So, it's good to see other boys as well. You got Adrian and Noah, a few that haven't made a cap as well. We're all striving for the same thing, to get a cap, and I think it's a whole team thing. We have this 2-leg tie against New Zealand, and everyone wants to win. The word friendly is not so good around here, so that comes with the first cap is obviously to win, and you want to impress the coach, impress the staff, to hopefully come back again.
Yeah, what has the message been from the coach about where you're at and how close you are?
Yeah, well, that's sort of the message. There's no real friendlies in football anywhere, to be fair. So, it's to win, and the best way we can do that is, we've got a few new boys now to get comfortable with the system and play the way the coach wants to play, and hopefully that'll win us 2 games.
Talk about club football, like you've obviously made the big move overseas. How do you find it in settling in?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it, to be honest. It's a peaceful place. It gets cold, as they say, so prepared for that. But yeah, I'm settling well. I've started straight away playing games every 3-4 days, and we're right in the thick of it now. We haven't started as good as we like in Aberdeen, but there's plenty of games to go, and it's very unlike the A-League where you play the amount of games in the A-League by December. So yeah, it's just more so looking after yourself and eating habits and sleeping right. So yeah, the whole life's new to me, and I'm really enjoying it.
How have you found the adjustment, mate? It's to go over there, and it's a big club. It's quite a big club. So how have you found that adjustment and settling into life? That's not a step up, I would say, in professionals, but how have you found that adjustment to European football?
To be honest, it's more enjoyable than stressful, I think. Every kid dreams to play in Europe, and that whole process of games every 3-4 days and, training less than you would here, the recovery side, the travel side, all that, I'm really enjoying it. And I think, learning off players that have done that in Aberdeen at the moment, it's just so interesting to see everyone's point of view and how people go about things, every day. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, and I think, for us, we're going to be playing 50 to 60 games this year. So we have our Europe, we have Cup, and we have the league. So I think just taking it all as it comes, and keeping yourself fit, and hopefully it takes you into better things. Yeah.
Obviously you've done what many of you, Noah, Adrian, you've impressed locally. You've gone some major move to Europe. Do you feel like it's a real new wave almost coming through? It's the perfect timing, especially leading into World Cup. Do you guys all, especially young fellas, under 24 to 25, do you have a sort of a camaraderie about here and feel really that you can, make your mark now?
Yeah, I wouldn't say there's a camaraderie. I would say more so that we're all pushing each other because we all want eventually a spot to go to the World Cup, So you can see in the last year or so, there's so many young Aussies going overseas. I don't think I've seen this many go ever since, being known Aussie football. So I would say it's a new wave, and there's moves everywhere around Europe, and this whole squad's from Europe. So there's already 25 players that are playing overseas. So I think it's more so everyone challenging each other for spots and trying to impress the national team on club level, and you can see that everyone's doing well, everyone's going overseas, and everyone's playing. So yeah, I'm happy that everyone's got to go to overseas.
And what do you feel? Obviously, it's a dream for every Australian footballer, but how do you know when you're uncapped? You bring family down, how it talks about your journey from just a young boy from Sydney to have this opportunity.
Yeah, I've got a big family, to be fair. I've got a lot of cousins, a lot of aunties and uncles. So you don't know when your first cap's going to come. So obviously they're all going to be coming down to Canberra. So hopefully it'll be great to get the cap there. But whenever it comes, it comes. It's more a waiting thing, because you got to believe in yourself and know that one day you will get there. So yeah, I'm right there on the edge, and I've got my whole family backing me along the way, which is good.
Yeah, and just how have you found Scottish football as a whole? A few of you that have gone there, and obviously Cassini's, he had a rough start. He's done well now, and he's got a goal. You set him up for one. That probably helps. But how have you found that physicality and the transition from Australia?
Yeah, it's not easy, to be fair. Our club at the moment, we're struggling a little bit, so we need to start picking up the wins and performing a little bit better. But I would say physically, it's tough. I think a lot of Australian people, media, and journalists, they kind of get into Australians in the past about Scotland as a whole, as football, and even myself at one stage I thought, why are people going to Scotland? But now I'm there, I can see it's tough. It's not easy. So from the A-League to Scotland, it's a tough transition. It's a higher level of players, it's a higher level of pressing. So to be around that mix, it's just going to make you better as a footballer. So yeah, I'm really, really happy to be there, and I think that'll spur me on for my career as well.